Come, let's discuss how Christ Jesus can set you free. God bless you.
If your hands are anointed, and if your feet are anointed,
Eyes Value Optical Eyes. Get expert care for your eyes and really great eyes.
This Easter at Value Optical, get a super 40% off frames, plus extra savings with the purchase of Supernova or Transition lenses. Enjoy these Easter savings until April 24th at all Value Optical stores. Special conditions apply.
And really great eyes.
Value Optical, expert care for your eyes.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM for the program The Final Hour with Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr. and his wife, Nikki Garcia, for the Bible study every Thursday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Mark chapter 16, verse 15 says, "Go into all the world and preach this gospel for every creature, for I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation."
For that boat experience again. The Sea Champion and the Embassy say, book with us for that unforgettable boat ride experience. Sea Champion boarding at Kings Wharf, San Fernando, and the Embassy boarding at Breakfast Shed, Port of Spain, or Westside Trinidad. For more information, call 399-5959, 281-4723, and 299-4227, or email us at coralvisiontT@gmail.com. Book now and reserve your cruise.
Roger Garraway and his community of creatives present The Royal Exhibit, a 3-day art exhibition, Wednesday, April 27th to Friday, April 29th, Queens Park, Savannah. Daily start time, 11:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. under the auspices of the MP for St. Anne's East, Dr. Nyan Gaspidal. The greatest and finest pieces ever witnessed by local artists in Trinidad and Tobago will be on display for purchase. Come to this wonderful event and walk away owning a masterpiece that can be displayed in your home or passed down for generations to come. Roger Garraway has now made his mark on the international market, breaking barriers and setting the standard high. He and his group of friends will wow you with their out-of-this-world pieces. This event cannot be missed. You can also enjoy the opportunity to browse and purchase fantastic one-of-a-kind handmade art and craft pieces created by local designers from the community. Special guest appearances by Patrice Roberts, Michael Edwards and friends, Iwer George, Roxanne Lane, Gracie, and Joey Rivers and his band. Food and drinks on sale. Secured parking for all vehicles and all COVID-19 protocols will be observed. Special thank you to the Member of Parliament for St. Anne's East, Dr. Nyan Gaspidal.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM every Thursday from 10:05 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. for the program Straight and Narrow, The Way of Life, the health store, being brought to you by Mrs. Arlene Collins Mohammed. For more information, check us out on Facebook or Instagram at Straight and Narrow, or visit our website at www.opulence.com/Arlene for Life. You can also call or WhatsApp at 309-4697 or 620-9379.
Hi, Trinidad and Tobago. This is yours truly, Pastor Charles, streaming live from Port of Spain, Trinidad, Marvel Road, 91.9. Every Wednesday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning. I tell you, we are going to have a TRME time in the presence of God. We will be praying, praise God, for our nation. We'll be praying for families. We'll be praying for those that are sick and those that are in need. Tune in to the best station, 91.5 FM Street Live, Port of Spain, Maribel.
Greetings and blessing in the name of our wonderful Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I'm Valentine Garcia.
And I'm Nikki Garcia. And we would like to invite you to listen to the Final Hour broadcast every Monday from 12 midnight to 5 in the morning on the Street 919 FM radio.
Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444.
Please be sure to tune in and prepare to be blessed.
As my life, I lay it on the altar. As my life.
Police, good day. Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division?
Yes, sir.
I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries.
Excuse me, sir?
Is it true? You have batteries selling for $488?
Yes. Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries.
So I could buy a battery for $488?
Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Massey Automotive.
Which part?
Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arrowbita Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Claude Noel Highway in Tobago. You could call 63 Tools.
All right. Thanks, boss. Nah, man. Granny,
do you have $488 to lend, man?
Yo, this is a Big Mike, not the mass man, the health man. Are you one of the 40 million people suffering with joint issues like rheumatoid arthritis or osteoarthritis? Well, you are listening to the right ad. You have the ailment, we have the remedy. Call us now on 288-8301 or 346-2612.
Don't forget to tune in right here on the Street 919 FM every Wednesday from 10:05 a.m.
Performance, beat all talk.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Shalom.
Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under commanding General Yohana will be on the street 91.9 FM every Monday from 7:05 p.m. to 8 p.m., bringing you the truth according to the Bible. The ISUPK is a non-profit faith-based community organization that will respond to the plagues that's affecting blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian. We also have programs such as education, both adult and youth, food distribution, rehabilitation, both drug and alcohol, mentoring, counseling, and spiritual support. Remember, tune in every Monday on 91.9 FM, 7:05 p.m. Shalom.
Yeah, again, this is ISUPK Trinidad and Tobago. Again, say shalom, must say shalom to the viewers, Yeah, right, yeah. Again, this is ISUPK Trinidad and Tobago. Right, good, right? Right, yeah, to what again, yeah. Right, ISUPK Trinidad and Tobago again, under Commanding General Yohana again, doing it up here on 91.9, radio station. Again, we must say shalom again to the viewers. Shalom. Right? Right. So again, today is Monday night again. So, a lot has been taking place over the weekend, and we are here to always, bring the updates and highlight what is going on in the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community, and to bring reminders to our brothers and sisters, because again, we have been, disobedient unto the Most High, and all these things that is taking place, within our community, within the nation, we as a people have been scattered through the four corners of the earth, and the Most High God has always reminded us that we being disobedient, this would be, our demise, or this would be our fall. And if we don't adhere to these laws, statutes, and commandments in our records or in our history, which is the Bible, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, then again, he said these curses are going to come upon us, right? So we're going to just read a little clipping on an article, that take place over the weekend, and again, the ISUPK again is home of the truth. And when we say home of the truth, this is the only, place where you could find the solution to all our problems, that is plaguing the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community. And again, the Bible have all the solutions to all our problems, and this is why we keep on reiterating and keep on bringing these records again to our people, right? So we will just read the small clipping on the article.
All right. Soldier kill wife.
Right.
And himself.
Right. So, this took place, over the weekend, and this soldier now supposed to be, working to protect and serve, the people in the community, or as you say, the people in Trinidad and Tobago, serving, as we say, as this military person, whereby, as you say, you would look in case, anybody outside of the, as you say, Trinidad and Tobago come to terrorize, the people in Trinidad. Now what we see here now, this soldier now rise, and do what? And slew his own wife. Right? Go ahead.
Petty officer, 48 years old, right. Kester Williams, a.k.a. Conco of the TNT Coast Guard, reportedly shot and killed his wife.
Right, and this brother now, again, or this person who's supposed to be, as you say, protect and serve, of the Coast Guard, killed his wife. Go ahead.
In the corridor of their Hibiscus Drive, Edinburgh 500, Shoguna's home this morning.
Right, so and that took place, as you say, wee hours in the morning. Just jump up, and then again, as we say, we will go and we will see in our records just now concerning what took place. Right, go ahead.
He then sat on his sofa and shot himself dead.
Right. So after he do that now, he sat on the sofa and shot himself dead. It have a first part higher up on the thing, like a little clipping before. See that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You see it? Let's see if I can get it here. Boom, 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 boom. Listen. Right, it is like to the top of it now. Alright, like on top of it, mark what a bloody holy week.
Right.
Right, yeah. You see it?
Yeah.
Alright, let's read that part.
Right.
Yeah.
What a brave boy report, right?
So again, we just bringing over the top part of the article. Go ahead.
What a bloody holy week.
Right, and you know this week supposed to be a holy week, as they say. A holy week, because again, a lot of our people have been destroyed. As the scripture say, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because now they thinking that, you know, this week was supposed to be so holy that, you know, that God love everybody. But look at this. Look at what take place. Go ahead. No, it's so there.
Right. So now it's soldier who we are told advocated for violence against the woman and made a case for why he should have a gun, use a gun to kill his wife and himself.
Right.
We are dysfunctional.
Right. So now this goes to show now. So we're going to look up the definition of dysfunctional. Read the definition of dysfunctional. So again, go ahead. Again.
Yeah, can.
Go ahead.
Dysfunctional, non-functional properly, marked by impaired or abnormal functioning.
Right. Non what?
Non-functioning.
Right.
Properly.
Not functioning properly.
Right. Not functioning. Yeah.
Right. Not functioning properly.
Right.
Right.
Marked by impaired.
Right.
Or abnormal functioning.
Right. And marked by impaired or abnormal functioning. So what taking place here is not normal. It's not normal. And this is why, you know, as we read from before now, that this soldier now kill his wife and turn back and kill himself. Blacks, Hispanics and Native Indians. It's time that, you know, again, as we keep on reiterating, time to come out of sleep, because again, in our records, it has a solution to fix all our problems. All our problems, as we say in this incident, and I say in many incidents that take place throughout our community. And this is why we keep on reiterating and we keep on telling our brothers and sisters to come back home. Come back and recognize that you are the only people that have been trodden down for over 400 years. And these reminders would always be brought out on the platform in the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana. And this is why, again, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the Bible is your history book. The Bible is your records and the way and the solution to fixing all your problems. So, right? So, with that, we go. Let me go into the scriptures, right?
Okay.
So, you'll go to the, right, go to the first, go to Isaiah. That's first scripture, Isaiah. Right. Isaiah. First one. Yeah. Go to Isaiah 30.
Verse 5. Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 1. Woe to the rebellious strength, said the Most High,
right,
that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
So now we're reading now out of our records, and this is why, again, as you say, in previous times and previous show, you know, our camp leader, Officer Galwan, keep on bringing all this. And I, you know, again, Prison Officer Soapiala here with me, is Prison Officer Shah. We would continue to reiterate in that same spirit and keep on bringing these reminders to our brothers and sisters that we should come out from these religious organizations, come out from these churches and them, because why? In there's no solution to the problem. And this is why, you know, as you read in Isaiah chapter 30, And one read over from the start again.
Can. Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 1. Woe to the rebellious strength.
And this means destruction. The Lord is going to bring destruction on you, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. Right? For your rebelliousness. Go ahead.
Say the Most High.
And say the Lord. Go ahead.
That take counsel.
Right.
But not of me.
And who counsel, as we see, as we read just now there, that you know that this brother now took. Who counsel did he took? Because now remember now he joined forces, joined allies with our enemies. Now the counsel that he gained now is not from our records. The counsel he gained now is from a man's interpretation or a man's ways. And as the scripture say, lean not on thy own understanding. So the understanding that he get now is from, as we always make mention, unrighteous man. A man that will use you to do what? To get his way, to build his empire. Right? So the counsel that he took, again, is not of the Lord. Go ahead.
And that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
And he don't have the spirit of the Lord on him. All people, you know, has been, you know, going to these religious organizations, and, you know, within themselves now, they feel that they are covered with the blood, as you say, of Jesus. But the blood that they are covered with, in their mind, is the image of this depiction of a flaming, as we say, homosexual by the name of Cesare Borgia, right? Grandson of Pope Alexander the Fourth. So now, in their mind, when they go to pray, this is what they're seeing in their mind. But they don't recognize, as we say in Revelation 1:13-15, that it gives a description just to break down that image. And this is why now, again, that spirit that as we say, that is covered on this brother is the spirit of this society. The spirit that, you know, that will rise up and slew your wife and also slew yourself after. Right? Go ahead.
That they may add sin to sin.
And now he thinking what he doing is right. And now we take his life. So he adding sin to sin. Because again, in the scriptures now, it mentioned concerning a man taking his life. So you take somebody's life and you take your life. And it goes against God's law. It goes against what the Most High had said for us. And this is why now again, the only solution to fix our problems and to help us is in these records. And this is why we keep on reminding our people to come home. Come back to your understanding. Come into the ISUPK under Commanding General. Come to school. Don't go and sit in these religious organizations, and then after, when you leave there, you leave the same way that you went in there. Without any truth, without any knowledge, without any understanding of knowing what took place. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 2, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves,
right,
in the strength of Pharaoh,
right, yes,
and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
Right. So now, as the scripture say, that walk, that go down to Egypt, and have not asked of my mouth. When have we turned unto the Lord,
right,
and asked, you know, Lord, you know, guide us, you know, show us the way,
right,
show us, you know, all or wrong or what have we, and he's showing me it,
right,
he's showing me it. But because now we're sitting down in these religious organizations, we can't see it now, because now what they're talking about, as the scripture say, they're saying peace, and all of a sudden is war and sudden destruction, because now we see in the destruction of a family,
right,
of the soul, yeah, and as you say, his wife,
correct,
adding sin to sin,
right,
kill your wife, kill yourself, and in the scriptures we know that we shouldn't take we life.
That is it, correct.
We shouldn't take we life.
Correct.
And this is why now again, we have the solution.
That is it.
We have the solution in our records.
That is it.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right.
The Bible is our records. It have the solution to all our problems.
That's right.
And if we don't turn back, then the Lord say, woe be unto you, rebellious children.
That is it. So like is the destruction, you understand? Because again, the situation with the brother, you understand?
it's out of time, and right? That and sad at the same time that we people under that influence too, right? Because instead of the brother, I understand, say, boy, let me see, and let me think through this now, because with every operation they go on, it's supposed to have a chat, and the commander not giving a map, you understand? All right, this is how we going to approach the situation over the cases.
Right.
How come, you understand? When it comes to dealing with life, you know what I mean? It had no pause button there. It had no, you understand, no road map. No, we go put it on the map and see how we going to really plan on this thing, how we going to deal with it. That is the same mind that the oppressor that they have now. When the scriptures now talking about woe to the rebellious children that go down to Egypt and have a covering, but not of my spirit. That is not my spirit. The Lord didn't get that.
Right.
You understand? This oppressor don't respect life. And that's the same thing that going on right down this military that he have here set up. Right? That's one of the main things that we see in the same situation here, and why we just tell brothers not to join the military, because they don't know this is the covering you go put on. This is the mind that you go have, you know what I mean? You wouldn't regard things as they should. You wouldn't have a pause button because alright, pride take over. But this oppressor that rule over is pride. He don't have time with that. You know, anytime he look, you understand, shaken or you know what I mean, his dignity, so called, you understand, get touched up. And all of a sudden, you understand, everybody had to do.
And that is why you need in the beginning of the article we read dysfunctional and tell them look up the meaning of dysfunctional.
Nice.
You can't function properly.
Correct.
How could a black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man in this society function properly if they don't hold the records?
That is it. Correct.
If you don't hold the records, if you don't read out of your records now, and as you say, sit down underneath righteous black men to explain this is why this happening to you, and have a solution to fix it. How you could, maneuver, you would be dysfunctional, and as you say, brothers and sisters outside of this body, the dysfunctional. They might think that, as you say, that they're so well educated, but without, the guidance and the protection from your records to safeguard your mind, now this is what happened. Because now, as you say, how would they say, you have a good job, your wife probably a teacher that's saying, so I don't know. As you say, holding down the end, but watch what happen. Watch what happen. Because of this, because of putting on that spirit of this society, and not following after your records, your teachings, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, Sasha.
Yeah, and now that we know my second, now we have the records and things now. So now as we as men on the streets now we keep into the ISPK now, right? And now we get all the knowledge and things now. So now we here now bring back the knowledge, so we see black brothers and things, right? All the blacks, Hispanics and Native Indians, right? We've been taught by General Mahaiman, right? And Captain Mashak and them thing, and Officer Galawan. Here now that there are many scriptures in the Bible showing that we're not supposed to be beating your wife, and wife not supposed to be beating her husband, and all that. I could pull one and read it.
Go ahead.
So we go in the
because again, this is what it's for. This is again to bring this knowledge to our brothers and sisters, to bring it to the forefront of their minds, and this is why again, on this platform, this is what we utilize it to do, to reach out to our brothers and sisters. Go ahead.
Right. So this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, right? Chapter 4 and verse 30, right? So this is what it is saying, right? Be not a lion in thy house, right? Nor frantic among thy servants, right? So when we check out now what a lion is, right? A lion is either kill you or it badly wound somebody. So either one, you're not supposed to be killing with brothers and sisters and thing, right? And at the same time too, if a lion and kill, you could badly wound somebody. So at the same time, at no time, you're not supposed to be beating up nobody, right? And we're not supposed to be killing nobody, right? At the same time, and it don't matter what situation it's in, just like I'm always see with Will Smith the other day, we can't beat up our brother for talking and all too. And thing, because you see the same thing happen like with Paul and all too. When Paul talk, you say, hey, he tell the priest, hey, you go beat me for talking and thing, right? And you know he couldn't do it. So again, come to the ISUPK and you get all the counsel when these situations and them happen and all go, because the laws are the Bible, and as we issue book and it are laws concerning everything out there. allows for business, it allows for your family, it allows for eating, it allows for marrying and thing, and everything you go come and learn and thing, right? And be a stronger man for your nation, right? And for we sisters out there and the young ones coming up, right?
That is it, correct. As most times, damn right, solid, you understand? Because exactly where is the snow saying there, right? Oh, you understand? You go function. As the same thing, the same definition as every day, you understand?
You go read it over, you get and read it over.
Damn right, you understand? How you go function if you don't have, you understand, your template, your records, the thing that the Most High give to you. That is what the brother now saying here. Come, you understand, with the Lord, you understand, showing exactly what to do, because this is what this work for your people and them. You understand, this work with your forefathers and your foremothers and them. You understand? Right now, everything that you're examining, everything that you're seeing out here, you're seeing at the end of the day, in the highest place of society, where the Coast Guard's supposed to be a esteemed place, supposed to be a place, you know, where you get protection, where you just learn to be an upstanding, you know, citizen and all that. Just as they like to bring with my lot. My lot is them places to discipline, but look what they're producing. We ain't making up nothing here. This is what we see in the end result of society's teaching. Society guidance as opposed to what the Lord saying. Yeah, but go ahead. Sure.
So we're going back and read dysfunctional, right? Dysfunctional, not functioning properly.
Right. So go ahead.
Marked it by impaired or abnormal functioning.
Right. So this person again, or this brother of mine, as it say, marked by impaired or abnormal. So that wasn't normal we do.
At all.
That wasn't normal.
Correct.
That's why now when you're reading out our records, as the officer now brought out, don't be a lion in your house. No, you look, it had it that is the solution to the problem.
Right.
That is the solution to the problem, and as we read in the records, now we seeing the solution to fix the problem.
Correct.
Now if you sit down again in religion, as we say, or we sit down in these organizations, and they are holding the records now and can help you to fix your problem, then that is how you're going to be. You're going to be abnormal.
That is it. Correct.
You're going to be abnormal.
Correct.
You're going to be dysfunctional because now you're not thinking right, because you're looking for an answer for the solution. And as we say, if this brother just get 1 second counsel from in here, he know, he don't know, don't do that.
Correct.
Don't do that. But again, the Lord is going to bring us to use as example. Some of us is going to be example.
Yeah, that is it.
And some of us going to see these example, and then again, this is why now as we always pray for brothers that all Israel be saved.
That is it.
So now the work in the ISUPK is to keep focus on trying to bring brothers out of the ghetto in Silas, John, Lavantil, out of that condition, out of that position, as you say, to bring them out, out of the dust from that low state, right?
Right.
Yeah. So we will go back. We will go back to the to the Isaiah, and you just read the third verse, right?
So really,
right.
Actually important because when you see and I what scripture talking about, you understand? The sun when this whole earth, you understand, all fall away from that spirit. You understand? Because position again, you look up position. You understand? We are not touching it already?
Yeah, now we touch it yet, but just get a little insight now. Because now the condition now, and as we say, that hell that we in, that low state.
Correct.
Because now again the teaching our religion and these organizations. This now as we dysfunctional. Because now we do have a answer for the problem.
That is it.
Right?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 3. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
And because now we in this captivity, or we in this bondage, because the word Egypt is synonymous to bondage.
That's right.
Because we under bondage, we mind just like it lock up.
Is it?
It lock up because now we can't see unless this been explained by righteous men, priests and prophets, as we say, men that oil has been poured on their head. And the question is always be, who gave them authority to teach? Because now when you're reading through the reading records, and you see now where Moses anoint Aaron, he pour oil on his head, and now you get authority, and you see through all the scriptures, every man that open the mouth to talk, oil pour on them. Who pour oil on them head?
So like if I may add, you understand, with the add to that, which is something serious talking about it. Not only that, you understand, this sort of bloodline thing. Like what the Lord teach them, you understand, it's not just anybody could pour oil on your head.
That's right.
Not just anybody could teach you them records, and that is
right.
the records.
That's
records,
right. That's right.
Historical records of our people.
That's
Black,
right.
Hispanic, and Native Indian. There's no theology school that could open up, you understand, a fraud school then. You know what I mean? And then so the teach come like, you know what I mean, somebody that's open a second licensing office. And start to give out license and start to share and teach people how to drive and all that. Nobody sanction that. You understand? The same way you follow that this is to be respected the same way. There's a medical board, there's a you understand, a board for the fire officers and all that. You understand? You follow? So how come everybody, you understand, could open up that Bible and just bring it out?
That's right. Understand
something. This man, one of the famous things he like to say, you understand, is he like to create order out of chaos. It is garbage. You understand? He like to formulate, you understand, a smoke screen so that he now could set, you understand, some form of order. Which is absolute garbage, because there is no wisdom, no counsel against the Most High.
Right.
When he set something in place, he said, what he set it for? He set it for thousands of years going on the road.
That's
you know?
right.
So when you see it, you can recognize it.
That's right.
Some of here, the blueprint ain't saying that. You know what I mean? So when you go back now, that is where you have to examine black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, and woman.
That's right.
Right? These people and them you follow never give you exactly what this is that Bible saying. What you have been taught is lies.
That's right.
That is why they work. It ain't supposed to work. You're supposed to get them kind of thing. You're supposed to get them results because it's not what the Lord says, not the Lord covering. Yes, sir, go ahead.
Right. So and as we see now again when you read it, as we say, we take on that spirit as you say, right? Read the last precept in verse 2, right? The last part, the last line.
Last line of verse 2.
And to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
Right. Right. Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 2, right? That we walk to go down in Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh,
right?
And to trust in the shadows of Egypt,
right? So now we are amongst, as we say, these heathens and them. Now the strength is from the Lord,
right?
The strength is not from the heathen,
right?
But because now, as we say, we put we strength in the heathen and them now. We end up under the shadow, we end up under the ways, we end up following the customs.
Right.
And this is why now we could sit down in these religious organization and think that God love everybody. But know this, these records are real.
Correct.
All scriptures, go ahead.
For sure, and here's the trapping that you're seeing is a real big thing and people doesn't see that now. That God love everybody means I get escape. I can escape the wrath, you know, the judgment I'm supposed to get. And that is what we don't see. In all this religion and all them different things, how come, you understand, you don't see black people, Hispanic people, Native Indian people going and try to burn down Buddhist temple and burn down Mahasabha and all them different things. What I'm telling you, we can operate as we're supposed to. You know, you don't have to hate nobody and do no evil, you understand, to stand up for what is yours. To take on customs of your people.
That's right.
I don't supposed to, because, you understand, and that is the inferiority complex that these other races have. I must dominate you, understand, to feel some type of way. We don't do that, and we live in normal, we happy. How much you know everybody is, they can't afford, they can't see we happy. We can't function and have we own thing. What's wrong with that? You understand? We can't have we own God. We have to have your God too.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Again, we must, as we say,
right.
You know, give a hand for Commander General.
I'm right.
You know, for holding on this truth. Holding on this truth, and as we say, that you know, we down here in Trinidad can really get our experience and there's no the spirit of the Most High, you know, reach down, as we say, touch we. And you know, because this is where we've been fighting for all we life. To know the truth. And now the truth confront we know. Now we're going to do, as we say, we go down in John, we're going to see lots, we're going to have anyway that the Lord require we to go, and he say, go and bring me brother out of the dust. Go and remind them. As we see, as you tell Ezekiel, hey, harden your face against them. No matter how they look. The heart hard, the mind hard, go. He say go to them. Go to them, the most stubborn and rebellious. Go to them. And this is why now again we're going to go to our brothers and sisters. Right? Right? We want to go to next, because as I say, you can pull out we can go to next and you go just.
Let me jump to
yeah.
Proverbs 19.
Yeah.
Right?
Right? So again, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, as we say, the solution to all our problems is in our records. And this is the only way now it could fix the black home.
Right.
It could fix as we say, the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indian home. Right?
Correct. It was 1919, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah, 19 to 21.
So that's kind of guide them along. Everything, right?
What? 19 to 21. 19 to 21.
Right. Proverbs chapter 19 and verse 19. A man of great wrath shall suffer punishment, for if thou deliver him, yet thou must do it again.
Was right there, you understand? That is the same spirit that we're now talking about this thing
yeah,
before.
right.
You see, we record again your guidelines, you know what I mean? A man of great wrath, you know what I mean? As soon as you anger run up in your head, you must, you understand, take it out on somebody. You must take a life.
Right.
As soon, you understand, as you touch your person, then he going in Baghdad, he going in bomb up Baghdad, he going in bomb up Iraq, Iran, them places. He looking to find no kind of solution where the scriptures telling you follow. If this one, if may call it a situation between two people, you're going to resolve the thing with two people. You touch one of you and he looking to bomb the whole city and looking to go and take all the resources and all kind of. He was looking for an excuse to go and kill. To fulfill he blood loss. And that is the kind of spirit, you understand, that coming down the line. That is the US military showing you then, you understand, how to be a monster, how to be a lion in your own house as the brothers now say.
And that's why now I gave you always remind this is a dysfunctional man, because this man didn't learn that.
Correct.
He didn't learn history. He didn't learn. So now, as we say, we talking about we brother, we talking about we sisters, but we letting you know one thing for sure, that the dysfunctional, that they ain't right. They're not thinking right.
Correct.
So now in the scriptures now showing you know how a person that not walking after his record, dysfunctional person, abnormal person, they stink. Because why? That's the first step that they take. Because now the outside, as we say, are the covering.
Right. That is it. And just as Commander Julian and the men above us to say, you know what I mean? Again, and Officer Gannon bring it out here sometimes he's saying that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is a walking undiagnosed, you understand? They call it mental and facility.
That's right.
They're going on we be dysfunctional. Because we don't have the things inside the mind that make it function as we're supposed to.
And that's why we had the medication, which is our records. And as we say, when last black, Hispanic, and Native Indian that they really sit down on righteous black men as yourself. Not men that, as you say, will use it to their own demise, but men will, as laying away here what going on. In the record that you was bringing on last show, the Most High God ordained me to be separated. Now, if we were separated now, you think that happened in that home?
No.
That wouldn't happen.
At all.
That would not happen. But because now, as we say, that take place, now we're reading out a punishment.
Right.
About something coming down on you.
That is it. And here's what going and here's solid about that too. You know, see some real heavy too, which is, you know what I mean? We have any medication. This man, you know, was supposed to be an advocate. I don't know the entire story of medications, right? But it's not supposed to have anything that would lead you to sin. Scripture tell you be angry and sin not. You know what I mean? That is be records, that is be spirit, that is Lord's spirit. You understand?
Right.
He's supposed to be an advocate against violence and for women and all that, right? It just goes to show you, if you don't have the miracles and them in you, you don't have the Lord's spirit in you, eventually, you understand? If you deliver it, as the scripture say, if you deliver a man a great wrath, you got to do it again until this happens. Unfortunately.
That's right.
Yeah?
That's right.
Read on Babakisha, verse 20.
Verse 20. Hear the counsel and receive instructions.
Hear counsel and receive instruction. That is what the men above us give to us. We share it as what we doing, passing on the baton, doing the same work. We don't?
That thou mayest be wise in thy letter end.
In the latter end.
In the latter end.
For sure. No sweat. So when you face a situation, this is exactly where you're going to be, because now you understand you're wise. Now you're instructed. Now you understand you receive counsel in terms of what to do. You can pause a little bit. You ain't going to be hasty. You ain't going to have a rat, you understand, in you to where you do something foolish. And you're going, the demon achieve your job. You understand? So you know he get you to act out of character. You understand? Act out of the spirit. You kill your wife now, shame on you now. You know, going, I can't live now. I can't live with my decision. You know what? I had to kill myself now. And that's supposed to be an honorable death. That's how the oppressor said, because he don't have a regard for life. And that is the covenant. That is to tell you how much, you understand, you can end up getting wrapped up in garbage, in this foolishness here, if you don't watch yourself, if you don't come back to your records.
Right. Go ahead.
We don't back
Verse 21. There are many devices in man.
Let's read over that little part there again. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, same 21.
There are many devices in a man.
In a man's heart. Go ahead.
in the man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord that shall stand.
And this is so important because a lot of us, as we say, outside of our, as we say, our nation or outside of our record, have many devices, many wickedness, many, as we say, many our thoughts, as we say, is way beyond. But now, if you had the counsel of the Lord, then you would know that stand. You'd never, as we say, do that to our sister, do that to our brother. You'll never go beyond that. Because now, if you understand that you love God, as you say, if you love me, 1 John 5:3, keep the commandments. And this is where you stand by. But now, because you sit down again in religion, you will learn that. So now, you now standing by where your pastor say, or where, as you say, your imam say, or where, as you say, your pundit say, and not knowing that, hey, you get so caught up, and they take your own records now and use it to your demise, to your destruction, and you end up a person, as we say, abnormal, because now with your abnormality now, you can't really think right, you can't really see right. Again, the Lord counsel will always stand, and this is why now in the ISUPK under commanding General Hannah, the men that has been raised up, we understand again why it is now to love our brothers, because again we went through, as we say, through all these trials, because the Lord dragging me, as we say, from day to day, time to time now, and as you reach now, you say, oh, look the truth. Now, as we say, the truth come to you now. You understand that these records only belong to you now. Now, as you say, the next move now is for you to seek counsel, because now, and the counsel you're seeking now is out of your records, but the Lord set for you, because He said that how He set these records for us, that it would be our wisdom and our understanding in the sight of all the nations. And this is why now we always bring these records out to really remind that to our brothers and sisters, right?
Right, correct is right. Yeah. Read verse 23, Bible question. Same before verse 19 and verse 23.
Proverbs chapter 19 and verse 23. The fear of the Most High tender to life.
Read that again, Bible question.
Proverbs chapter 19 and verse 23. The fear of the Most High tended to life.
The fear of the Most High tended to life. Because he didn't have the fear of the Most High in him, he followed, this is the result. Is that any way that you touch with all the fear of the Lord in you understand, that is the pause. You ain't gonna be running free. Rather than go bubble up in your head and you go over, you know, you can just be overcome with emotion and can't hold back yourself. But the Lord will put in a breaks in you. You follow? That is tender life. That is what you need to understand. Black man, smart man, need everything, man. So when you're looking at things that you feel small, you understand, like not celebrating birthdays, Christmas, Easter, and you don't celebrate all this garbage, you understand? And they tell you to separate from that and do what the Lord say. You understand? You don't understand that we're trying to help you to come back on the path with your life. You understand?
And then as you say, when our reports coming up, as you say in these articles are bloody weekend.
Correct.
Because now again, the solution to your problem is in your records, and this will, as we say, will help you, guide you along the way. And as we say, no longer it'll be no bloody weekend, because now, as we say, we looking to the Lord to bring, as we say, to bring this place to demise. Because again, we serve this empire for over 400 years. And the Lord is going to bring this place down to its knees. And again, we didn't see this, because now again, take the charge, go to the same book where they have and read Revelation, and it will let you know that, as you say, he that leadeth into captivity is going to go into captivity, and he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. I didn't say this. All I read the same book. Open up the book, and all I go see that this is why now we as we say, our prayers always that Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians should come home, come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, come back to your identity, because now the Lord set it there for you, that you should, as you say, make that pathway. As you say, straight is the way that leadeth unto life, and broad is the way that leadeth unto destruction. And we see the destruction that take place with this brother, because now he followed that broad way, and way it lead to destruction of he and the family. Right?
Sad. God. This was never supposed to reach to that rate. And one of the key things that they could look at, and now we have historical records, right? But them fellas didn't need that before. They had the fear of the Lord in them.
That's right.
When Solomon ruled, you understand? And that Solomon ruled, they have proof that after the one person, you understand, decided that they wanted to get out of pocket. That one situation, you understand, that was dealt with according to wisdom, according to the instruction of the Lord, you understand? I think it's after about 40 years.
Yeah.
40 years of peace. 40 years of peace, running at no problem, smooth sailing. Until Solomon jumped off, you understand, the track. But he went very well.
Right.
So we have present examples, you understand, of what to do and what not to do.
Right.
You have historical records. You would not learn this because you have not been learning it in the Christian churches.
That's right.
And in the mosques and the stand up all in different
That's
places.
right.
You don't have the solution for you, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man.
Right.
The charge has been given to Commandant General Yohana and the ISCPK to continue to follow suit, to bring our people up to speed. You understand? To bring them back home, to bring them back to life. You're watching brothers here.
Right.
It's proof, you understand, that this could be done.
Right.
And you could become, you understand, more excellent than us. And that is the mission, because every generation will be, you understand, by the grace and mercy of the Most High, more excellent than us. That we could bring a more perfect society. You want to know how to fix the problems in society? Come and learn how to, you understand, how to operate according to
right. And as they bring out that now as we say, as you say, you just went into something now and we show you we fall and we demise. Now we're going to show you, how we're going to clean your ways, how we're going to come back. So you go to the Psalms 90, because I know watch the time I run.
Yes, sir, for sure.
Psalms 119, and we go start at verse 6. Right. Right. Because now, as we say, the solution to all our problems is inside here.
Right.
Now, as we say, we just read Isaiah, we just read Proverbs.
Correct.
Now we're going to read some in Psalms.
Right.
Right. Psalms 119 and 6. Right.
Psalms 119 and verse 6. Then shall I not be ashamed when I have respect unto all thy commandments.
Right. And now, as we say, we shouldn't be ashamed.
Right.
And what the Lord, as we lay down for we.
Right.
We shouldn't be ashamed of these commandments. We shouldn't be ashamed, as we say, honoring brothers and sisters, as we say, Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We shouldn't be ashamed in, coming out and saying, hey, as we say, we are the true Jews of the Bible.
Right.
We shouldn't be ashamed.
Right.
And this is why, again, on these platforms, we are not ashamed.
Right.
Because why? The Most High God requires some of us to go out and, as we say, to remind our brothers as ourselves. Because, again, our King said that. He said, on these two hang all the laws and the commandments. To love your brother as yourself. And we're going to show that love and that demonstration by bringing out these commandments, by bringing out these laws, and reminding brothers and sisters that, hey, it have a solution to all our problems. Right?
Correct.
Right? Go ahead.
Verse 7?
Yeah, go ahead. We're going up to
verse 9?
Yeah, we're going up to 11, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Verse 7. I will praise thee with uprightness of heart, when I shall have learned thy righteousness judgment.
So now we're going to be praised, as the scriptures say, with the uprightness of heart. So now our minds is going to be right. When we learn these records, as we say, and as we learn it from righteous men, and as we say, the order come down. Now, as we say, that uprightness of heart, we will be able to go to our brothers, we will be able to go to our sisters, we will be able to use these platforms now, whereby the Most High provide it now, where our brothers and sisters could hear this now, and they, as you say, seek out the truth. Right?
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm right.
Go ahead.
Verse 8. I will keep thy statutes. Oh, forsake me not utterly.
Right. Read that again. The water.
Verse 8. I will keep thy statutes. Oh, forsake me not utterly.
So now he said, please don't forsake me, Lord. Don't forsake me. And this is what we are now asking the Lord. Don't forsake us. And the Lord has never forsaken us. That's why he say, you have never that's right, nor forsaken. You have never seen that. Never seen that. Because why? The Lord always had that cover over here. Always had that cover over here, because now, as you say, use the apple of your eye. As I say, use the one who make that blood covenant with him.
Correct.
Psalms 50 and 5.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Again, we was the only one who he had that covenant with.
Correct.
Nobody else. Because why? You are special people unto him.
Right.
And not because, as you say, it was few in numbers, because now we had swear unto our fathers.
Right.
And this is why now again we had the opportunity by our King Yahweh Shai,
Correct.
you know, as you say, most dedicated and loyal servant or soldier,
Right.
you know, taking that front and, you know, showing us the way to really coming back
Yes.
to the Most High, having some grace and mercy on us.
Right.
And covering us with that covering, as you say. Right?
Correct. If I may add to
Go
it,
ahead,
you
yeah.
understand, real quick, because Scripture now telling you, understand, that when they keep his statutes, the things that they must say to do, like a good father. You understand? Of course, you could get protected. Of course, you understand, you could get blessed with the things that you need. Sometimes the things you want, according to what it is. You know what I mean? Once it wouldn't destroy your part, you understand, destroy your mind, because you get too much liberty. You understand? So, like what the Lord trying to tell you know what I mean? Long time, you have everything in luck. And if you like God poor, you know, as long as I pray like God poor, you know what I mean? Like God do have weapons, you know what I mean? Like God can't kill people, like God do kill people, he does.
That's right.
You understand? What he wanted to do is come back to organizing, you know what I mean? Come back to how you're supposed to live inside your household, like
That's
a good
right.
father, obey the laws of your house.
That's right.
You understand? Operate that, but I think with the whole spirit, that way, you understand, you can be free. You can operate like normal, you understand? And that's what you have a dysfunctional mind right now
That's
in
right.
society.
That's right.
You understand? So you're very much on point, so what you're saying there.
Go ahead.
Alright.
Verse 9. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his ways.
Right, and read that
again.
Psalms 119 and verse 9. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his ways.
So young men, young black Hispanics and Native Indian man, it have the solution to a problem.
Right.
As the scripture say, wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his ways. How we are going to, you know, come out from all these, as we say, dysfunctional or abnormal thoughts that have been pushed down in your mind for, as we say, from generation to generation. Over 400 years, as we say, oppression. Over 400 years, as we say, are building empires and sitting without, you know, owning any sort of business. Because why? The Lord had you in this condition. Now, as you say, you free you. And your freedom now, not only come by just by, you know, walking after, you know, but following, as we say, our King by example. And our King passing down these records unto righteous man, because you see, this truth is going to be handed unto faithful men, and we see it in the ISUPK. Because Commanding General Yana, when receiving this truth, he hold on to it.
Correct.
You hold on to it now, and as you say, stand as a soldier of the Lord under our King Yahweh Shai, and made sure that brothers receive this, sisters receive this. He never turn to the left or he never turn to the right, and he stands straight. And this is why now we could stand straight in the school now, because now we see the example. And as we read here, wherewithal shall a young man cleanse. We young men.
Right, that's it.
We this is how we learn to cleanse our ways, through our records. Through knowing who we are, through knowing our identity, knowing that the Lord have warned us not to intermix, not to, as you say, go into these other nations. The Lord in the scriptures is total separation. And this is why now, as we start to cleanse our ways now, we start to see now, because the Lord start to open our eyes now to realize that, hey, yeah, what's going on? Not because I open my eyes and as you say, don't let you be prideful, you know. Go out and get more brothers. Go out, because now, as you say, you will put it in the spirit. And how you put it? Through us.
Yes.
Through, as we say, we easy mouthpiece. Using us now to bring our brothers and sisters back. Go ahead,
if I may, you understand true what the world is called the foolishness of preaching, why them don't get something else to do? You understand? Leave you to die.
That's
leave
right.
you to be destroyed.
That's
no.
right.
We had a sacrifice, you understand?
That's
The same way, because you're gone. When you love your people and them, Jeremiah, man, show me this too. Oh, you understand? You love somebody. Teach them the truth. You understand? Teach them how to live. Teach them how to operate. Nobody doing that for you. The scriptures say, you understand, that you're not supposed to suffer your brother to die, to have to commit sin. You understand? We're supposed to rebuke, which means correct your brother. Right? And this way again here, you understand, a form of correction. Again, brothers you follow, that was under the same captivity you was under for 400 years. You understand that the brothers now saying that. And now have an opportunity where the Lord say, well, let me, you understand, release that clamp that they have been learning, that you've been under, you understand, for 400 years. Everything that you know right now is due to, you understand, being under the mind of oppressive, wicked, evil people, you understand? A beast.
That's right.
Right? With no compassion, no nothing. With no laws, none of this. He don't operate by that. He just operate by the sword. We can jump to that after Bible. Genesis 27 and verse 40, you understand?
Let you just finish up this
one. When you finish with this one,
you
beyond
go
the world
to
next.
you go to Genesis. Go ahead.
Yeah, so you get the opportunity now, you understand, to learn how to cleanse your ways, learn how to fix it. Right? I mean, if you want to remain dysfunctional, just know that that coming. That coming with it. If you want to, understand, to come back to life, you learn to fear the Lord. Learn to fear the Lord, you learn to do exactly what we say. Learn to do what your father says.
That's right.
Yeah, read back verse 19. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his ways by taking heed thereto according to thy word.
Right, and he say there too, listen to these words, listen to the instruction, and this is going to clean you.
Right.
These records is what cleanse us.
That's it.
By knowing the truth. Because now, as we say, this was been, as we say, the Lord took this away from us. Because of rebelliousness and because of stubbornness.
Right.
But you know what? As you say, he is most dedicated and loyal servant.
Right.
Soldier.
Correct.
As we say, we just celebrated the Lord's Passover.
That's right.
And this was for the destruction of our enemies. And now, as we say, our King redeemed us. Redeemed us, because now we do this in remembrance.
Right.
That the Lord deliver us out of the hand of bondage, because now we was in a dysfunctional mind in these empires and them, and the Lord always had that, as we said, righteous men now to bring this truth and to guide me out, you know, that destruction, right, or that abnormality,
that is it,
right, yeah. So
we don't know this, right? Yeah.
Verse 10. Verse 10. With my whole heart have I sought thee. Oh, let me not wander from thy commandments.
And this is what we tell them, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You're making mention with your whole heart, or as we say, the scriptures already lay in the way heart is your mind.
That's it.
Where you think, that is where, as I say, we will lead to destruction or lead to life.
Right.
And now your thought process now is being fed, as you say, as newborn babes desire sincere milk, because now you need to desire this, knowing, as you say, step by step. But now when you jump out now and you start to eat meat, what happen? You go choke, and this is the end result.
That's right.
Are you not knowing this? You try to eat meat and you choke, and that's why we see a lot of brothers and sisters falling, by the way.
Correct.
Because why? The meat that they eating, it not agreeing with a baby.
Correct.
Baby don't have teeth. They can't chew.
Correct.
They can't chew. And this is why now again, you must come back to these records. You must sit down in class.
Correct.
Because now you sit down in, as we say, in this organization, and a whole day music playing wherever you ain't even learn nothing.
Correct.
But now, that's why we always like in the church, as we always say, as the officer had saying period, these churches and them should be turned into homeless shelters.
Correct.
It should be.
Correct.
Because now it will have more use or more value for our brothers and sisters on these sidewalks and them.
Correct.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Straight.
Go ahead.
Verse 11. Thy word have I hid in my heart, that I might not sin against thee.
And this is why now, as we say, because the Lord's word is what we must always keep.
Right.
We must always keep the Lord's word, and then we go know that when we do, anytime we fall under that, is sin.
Correct.
And we don't want to sin, because as you say, where sin is, 1 John 3 and 4.
Right.
Because now, anytime you break the law,
right, sinner.
That is what sin is. And as you say, John 9 and 10, because now the charge our king, tell him that, oh, hey, only a wicked man could do this. Can't do this, so I just paraphrasing. But now he let you know, hey, if a man sin, then he can't do this.
Correct. That is it.
But he was following all that the Lord instructed him to. So without showing, he wasn't breaking all law. So that's why he could have healed the brother.
Correct.
Go ahead.
If I mean, and first they so deceitful, you understand what they said? They know that the Christ showing them, you understand, for who they is, by them not being able to perform miracles. Because all the men before Christ walking, the Christ didn't pop up, the old man
That's
right.
right.
Miracles. You understand? All the men in the records before was doing miracles because they followed the Lord. Or them ain't doing no miracles for nobody, ain't helping nobody, as is now saying there, and as the officers there's always say, these, you understand, churches of them should be turned to homeless shelters so they have some use. Finally have some use.
That's right.
Instead of robbing people, you understand?
That's
right. Yeah.
Right.
This is that jokey thing, you know what I mean?
Right.
So Christ like, you know, hey, no man doing this, you understand? Except, you understand, the Lord with him.
That's right.
Because that we can see from miracles before. Christ ain't just pop up.
And I totally agree with Officer Tazoa and Officer Sawapiala, because earlier on they say they take a covering of me and not a covering of the Musa, right? When you check around this as Officer Tazoa say them church and them should be turned to shelters and things, right? Because when you check this now, right? This they say a bloody weekend and thing, but here going on and now too, right? When you go back in the scriptures, right? When Christ did the crucifixion and thing, right? They have a man on the cross on the left hand side, right? And on the right hand side, right? Then we actually serve this now, right? How our cross come about now, right? And we know we taking this cross and we have it, you know, we going in the Christian church, right? That cross, and everybody know with that cross on the neck, but not knowing that, hey, this cross was something, a tool used to kill people slowly, right? So how come they just come up with the cross on the day of Christ? No, they didn't come up with the cross on the day of Christ. That was a tool used to kill people before Christ, right? And before them, what I mean. So how we have a man on the cross on the left hand side, one on the right, and Christ in the middle, and thing, right? Because that is that tool. And now what we walking on, we walking on that cross, and now we have what? Bun, and with it, white cross bun, and we neck and all kind of thing. No wonder it's a bloody weekend. What?
Remember, tune in every Monday on 91.9 FM, 7:05 p.m.
Yeah, same thing as say. So.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Yeah, that